This stuff is inevitable. This stuff is happening. This is the real news. All the distractions that they've been putting out in front of you, they got you worried about Trump getting indicted and emails and laptops and just a bunch of nonsense that doesn't matter. What matters is what these banks is doing, what the Federal Reserve is doing, and all of this stuff that's getting ready to come out, this crypto bill getting passed. That's the real news because everything that you know about money payments, how you get paid from your job, all of that is getting ready to change. What's good, BlockNation? I'm Queen.
I'm D.
And I'm Maverick. Yes, you guys, don't forget, make sure you guys go to the merch store right now. We are live. It's shopblocknation.com. Get all your merch, flip-flops, tees, hoodies, everything that you need. Make sure you guys do our text opt-in. Text BlockNation to 26786. That'll give you all the updates for when we go live, new merch, new videos, everything. Again, that's BlockNation to 26786.
All right, y'all. So yeah, we got some juicy topics to talk about today. So we'll talk about crypto regulations, and how that's getting ready to pass. We'll talk about Twitter X, and we'll talk about WorldCoin. So you guys are in for a treat today in crypto.
This is big, you guys. This one's big.
Huge,
like, a lot of people don't realize how big this is. So
this sets the tone 100% for crypto, and this, institutions will start pouring in after this. So right here, in the beginning of the article, they tell you right here that the bill passed by a vote of 35-15, with 6 Democrats crossing the floor to join the Republicans in passing the act. So that's a big deal because that doesn't typically happen. So this is how I know it's going to get passed, because it's already at 35-15. So people that are against it are very outnumbered right now. Yeah. So it's not even close. Right here, we talk about the many Web3 advocates and the industry representatives are hailing the vote as a milestone for crypto regulations in the United States. And they basically said that this is that the vote marked a massive day for digital asset regulation. Right here, it says the digital asset space is muddled with regulatory uncertainty, lack of authority, and a lacking framework for core operating principles. So that's how you know the SEC basically ain't doing their job. The bill designates jurisdiction over spot digital asset markets to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, which is the CFTC, and directs regulators to define clear thresholds for when a digital asset could become decentralized enough to become reclassified from a security to a commodity. So that's a big deal because we got a couple of utility assets that are in court right now for allegedly being deemed securities.
Yeah, and that's big because being that XRP is not deemed security on front end as far as, everyday retail investors as us, they were saying that, securities as institutions, they were selling securities to them. So that's why the CFTC and the SEC have to be in harmony at this point, because they have to go hand in hand. And being that, us to participate, I think that's so huge. And the wealth transfer, like we did in our last video, it's over $60 trillion. So this is what we're talking about right here. And regulation isn't bad. It's just that, getting in at this point, not financial advice, but getting in at this point is a blessing. This is the last door that's going to be closed, because after that, regulation comes. Who knows?
Exactly.
And if you've been following us for a while, you know that we've been pulling charts up with, the SEC and these flow charts that's just been circulating on Twitter, online. The CFTC is a major player in this whole thing, So if you don't know what the CFTC is, do your Googles, do your research, and you'll see how far the rabbit hole goes when it deals with cryptocurrency and regulation and everything like that, because this is a huge deal.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing that I really want to point out, because this is another reason why we need regulate this bill, because they can't even get in contact with Gary Gensler to get his input on this bill. And this is the chairman of the SEC. If you scroll down right here, it says, however, Republican committee members said they unsuccessfully requested productive assistance from Gensler on multiple occasions, including requesting technical assistance on the bill in recent weeks. So they can't. So Gary Gensler doesn't even want to come and help with this crypto bill.
So he's dodging. He like
he's dodging them.
He's dodging.
Well, at the same time, he's going to the press and the media telling them, crypto's this and crypto's that's a fraud, and it's a, it's for fraudsters and people that want to, do crime and all. He's just telling them a bunch of crap, and they can't even contact. Like, they want his input on the bill, and he won't even respond. Like,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's not, it's not surprising, because the same thing has happened in China with one of their prime ministers. He went missing. So a lot of these officials, when you need them, they know where to be found.
I think it's intentional. I think they're doing it to confuse people. They need him saying one thing while they're doing this bill on the front, on the back end. Because on the front end, this is what he's telling the public. On the back end, because they don't want this to be mainstream news, they're getting ready to pass regulations. And like Maverick said, this is the last door, and this is like your last, this is probably like your last couple months to get in while crypto is cheap. Because after this, I don't see it being this affordable.
That's it, baby.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, most projects, like 99% of the projects, are gonna go away. There's gonna be like a few hundred that are gonna be regulated, and that's gonna have the volume. And just think about those projects. Think about how much money is gonna flow in, and we're talking about the top maybe 200-300 projects, because everything else, besides Jet Set, is going to go away. Like, a lot of these projects either don't have utility, they're pump and dumps, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of these other ones are already institutionalized with other companies, with banking or real estate, or look up your favorite projects. They're already into like big things like AVAX with Amazon. So do your research on which companies are getting with these crypto companies, because those are the ones that are going to be sticking around.
Yep. So we're at the tail end of this. So this bill is basically at that mark where they just need, I think, the Senate to pass it, and then it goes to the president to sign it, and it's then become law. So we'll have crypto regulations. So yeah, we're like at the end. We passed the biggest milestone, was getting it past getting it past the House, and we got to get it past the Senate now. So, but I mean, like I told y'all, it's 35-15. Like, this bill is getting passed.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah,
it's going down for sure.
It's getting passed. So that's what we got as far as the crypto regulation. So how do you guys now feel waking up this morning and seeing that your Twitter app was no longer the little birdie and it's now that black X? It threw me off. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it threw me off crazy. It threw me off crazy, man. Because I'm just like,
spam my phone.
I was like, oh damn, yo, they doing it. They doing it. But it was surprising, but not really, because you knew that this was in the works for a while. Even last week when they were showing pictures of, construction guys taking the Twitter name off the building, you knew that this was, coming. You knew that this was imminent, but you just didn't know overnight it was going to be like, man, Twitter is no more.
Yeah, like when they said they were changing the bird to the X, I forgot about the app, like the actual. I was like,
yeah, just looking at it, you think it's spam. I was like, yo, what app is this? Like,
yeah.
and just to give some people some background on X, like, check this out.
A lot of people don't know. Yeah, D's about to pull it up for you guys, but a lot of people don't know. It's coming full circle with this whole Twitter X thing.
He been pushing X since like the 90s, guys. Like,
since like 99.
Yeah, this didn't come as a surprise when he came on and said he was rebranding, because it's a whole this whole rebrand thing. This is all planned. Like, I'm gonna let D pull it up and show y'all, but this is all planned.
Yeah, it's a long time coming for him, but yeah, he had a 20-year plan for sure, 20+ year plan.
Absolutely. Now, if you guys check this out. Y'all see this?
What does that say right there? March of 99.
99. Elon Musk, Harris Fricker, Christopher Payne, and Ed Ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is X.com. X.com is over 20 years old. He was already having this in the works. You know what I'm saying? Musk and Bill Harris, then president and CEO of X.com, disagreed about the potential future success of the money transfers business. Transfers business.
They've been talking about this money transfer stuff for a minute, y'all, man. This is crazy. They've been talking about this.
And D, read that last part where it says the same month. What does that say?
The same month,
right there.
Elon Musk was replaced by Peter Thiel as CEO of X.com,
And
which was
then
renamed PayPal in June of 2001 and went public in 2002.
So it's been PayPal,
so
PayPal ever since.
Y'all know Peter
so
Thiel.
X used to be PayPal, so they were in the money game a long time. So now he's turning Twitter into X, and Twitter has just gotten their money remitter license, so that means they can transact.
Which gets me into my next point about the whole X situation. So the plan is to turn it into an everything app. So that means financial services, banking, like it's gonna be like China's WeChat. So if you don't know what China's WeChat is, just after you watch our video and you like, comment, and subscribe, go check out China's WeChat.
It's gonna be that, but like on steroids, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like on steroids. Because
yeah.
Elon
Also,
Musk is
he was
buying
talking about this was like some months back, a Twitter coin. So you already know, like once he has his money transfer license to where he can transact legally, he's gonna have his Twitter coin on there. He's gonna have other cryptocurrencies on there. So like it's gonna be a whole payment service along with like social media and everything else, an everything app. You know,
So
he's
this-
been
this-
obsessed with WeChat, so he wants to have his own.
Yep. So this ties right into crypto. So I know a lot of people like, what does Dogecoin have to do with Twitter? You get ready to see.
This is why
Oh yeah, Doge gonna be crazy because you already know he's gonna be messing with Doge, and they're already trying to sue him for that, for manipulating the price or whatever. But like, he's just promoting it and just doing, you know, funny little stuff. But best believe when he throws that on the platform, it's gonna go crazy.
This is why we be preaching utility, utility, utility. What projects are you in that have utility? What is going to solve the world? You talking about payments, money transfer payments and stuff like that? You send money all day. This is huge.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. People are sleeping on this, and a lot of people, you know, that don't like Elon, they you know, they've stopped using Twitter and went to Threads. It don't matter, man. What Elon is doing is like really inevitable, whether you like it or not. You know, that's just my take on it. He's been working on this for a long time. I mean, to be working on a brand, a X brand since 1999 is and probably before that is just very telling. So he know what's going on. Elon's in the know. You know what I'm saying? These billionaires know what's going on.
And that's the reason, like, he wasn't really tripping about going back to private, losing money. He wants the data. That's the money. And then you have all those people on that platform, you turning it into a everything app where it has financial services and everything else. Like, think about the transaction fees. Think about even a Twitter coin, if he does do that, how much money he's going to make in the long run. He's a futurist, right? So he's thinking about the future. He's not thinking about, you know, Twitter making money right now.
Yeah, Elon's 20 years ahead, man. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy that was in 99. It's 2023. That man is 20-something years ahead. Like they were talking about payment transfers or payment systems in 1999, 2000. So this has been a conversation. So everything that's happening right now that we finally see, like it's not a lot of talking, it's more action. This stuff has been in the works for years on top of years on top of years. So
you know what's gonna be crazy if you think about it? Like he has a whole ecosystem, right? He has Tesla, SpaceX. So when he drops a new car, where do you think is going first? Like he's gonna have like a Tesla coin. He's gonna drop it on Twitter and be like, "Hey, you know, pre-sale on Twitter right now. Do a retweet or whatever." Like he can implement all that into his whole ecosystem. He can do all kind of crazy shit
because he has what? Your data. And what's going to be the new gold? Data. What do we keep telling y'all? You know, like why projects like Stellar are getting, you know, with IBM, which has all that damn data, because that's going to be the future. Data.
Yep. With all these companies that data harvesting and, you know, collecting your biometrics, that's the new gold.
Hell yeah. So you better get with it, guys. You know what I'm saying? You're fortunate. You're fortunate to be here with BlockNation. So like, share, subscribe this video because we dropping it for you. We giving, you know, this is all the breadcrumbs.
If this video popped up on your algorithm, God bless you. God bless you. Because listen, I don't know how many signs God can give you to tell you to get involved into some investing. And then we're not financial advisors. I'm just giving you information that you can go look up yourself. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is inevitable. This stuff is happening. This is the real news. All the distractions that they've been putting out in front of you, they got you worried about Trump getting indicted and emails and laptops and just a bunch of nonsense that doesn't matter. What matters is what these banks is doing, what the Federal Reserve is doing, and all of this stuff that's getting ready to come out. This crypto bill getting passed. That's the real news, because everything that you know about money payments, how you get paid from your job, all of that is getting ready to change. And it's very evident. I went past a fast food restaurant the other day, and I noticed on the sign it says, that they were hiring, and they were telling people you'll get paid your first day. So they're paying people right after their shift. So the new system has started. Like, they've been using the new system. So the new system,
so they're talking about not even weekly or bi-weekly checks.
Think about it, bro. Most people,
daily,
especially, yeah, and you got to think that, and I know that the trial period was used on fast food restaurants, and the reason I know that this is a fact is because most people who get that type of job, they probably more than likely already struggling, right? So opposed to, they want to see how people react to getting paid after a shift. Because think about it, when you first start a job, most jobs are bi-weekly, so you got to wait 2 weeks to get paid. So you broke the first 2 weeks you there. And then even that first check, probably not even a full check, because depending on when you came in on the pay period.
Yeah,
so
depending on that. Really, sometimes you got to wait 3 weeks because you got to work that first 2 weeks, and then the pay period is after that.
Right. Yeah. So most of the time you don't get your first full check until maybe the second pay period, sometimes the third. So, they tested it out to see, like, let's see how they react to getting paid every day, and if people complain about it, if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. And you clearly see that they went ahead with the new system, Fed now and everything. So it clearly must not have been a bad experiment. They must have got more feedback that was good than bad.
So what do you guys think that's gonna look like? Like, if people are getting paid like daily, do you think they'll take less money?
No, it's less taxes, actually, because just like the people that get paid every week, they don't get taxed as much as people who get paid bi-weekly. I don't think it's a good thing for people who don't get paid that much. Even because you got to think, they're still going to want your bills in full. Nobody's paying bills every day.
Unless it gets sophisticated to the point where your bills will be paid as soon as you get paid as well. Like, you got to think about it. You got to think about it. If they have that much control over people's finances, what's the big idea with them not slipping that in? Like, say 10% of your bill or 50% of your bill today.
Okay, so then we getting into the 15-minute cities, because that's the only way that's gonna work.
Well, we told you what was coming.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening by like 2035, 2040. By the time they can get everybody into these smart cities, like, you got things gonna take time. That's why BlackRock buying up all the real estate around the city, like on the outskirts and the suburbs. The suburbs gonna be the new ghetto. So that's why they buying up all the real estate around it, and they want everybody to come in. They want everybody in the city because they want to do these 15-minute cities. That's why they buying. That's why you see so many big ass nice houses that's abandoned, because they don't want people living out there.
I feel like they're doing a serious test run in Ohio for a lot of different things, because there's been a whole bunch of stuff happening in Ohio that I'm not going to go into, but I feel like that's one of the areas they're doing a lot of testing as far as like pushing people into, that type of way of living, where everybody is, living on top of each other, and people are the energy for the city. So it's like, if you got 100 people walking around, that's going to help power the area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we can go deep with it. But
yeah, because I think a lot of, like you said, you touched on something that's pretty key. A lot of these smaller cities are great testing grounds for the major cities when they roll it out. It's almost like a project, right? So like, when they have these smaller cities, they roll stuff out. They kind of do these catastrophes to where they have to rebuild and whatnot. Like, the whole thing with, East Palestine and all those trains crashing. The water isn't good, so they got to destroy and rebuild. So now they can rebuild in these smaller cities where it's a lot more scalable first, and then do it on a bigger city like New York or Los Angeles later. So that's kind of crazy to think about, because they can definitely roll that out. They can be like, all right, cool, this worked. Now let's roll out phase 2.
Let's go into that.
Yep.
That
so
goes crazy.
It's about to get wild. Listen, the future is now, because that gets us into our next topic about WorldCoin. I know everybody's been seeing that long ass line on social media for people to get their eyeballs scanned.
If you guys don't know, WorldCoin was founded by Sam Altman, which is one of the founders of ChatGPT. So he has a long track record in the tech field, right? So he knows what he's doing. So WorldCoin is a cryptocurrency. What does it do? What it does is it's supposed to identify humans from non-humans. Like, AI is getting crazy, deep fake, all that stuff. right? So it's verification. So what they're doing is they're using your data to verify identity and authenticity of who's who. You know, not too long ago, a few days ago, a lot of people were lining up. They were trying to get WorldCoin. What did they have to give up? Their biometric data. So everybody was getting their eyes scanned by WorldCoin. It's like an ID. It's like a fingerprint, right? So your eyes are, you know, very unique. So they're scanning just like FaceTime. You know, this is how your phone opens up, scans your face, eyes, same concept. So they scan your eyes and they want your biometric data. And they're saying it's for, you know, that purpose. But I don't know. Me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. It's a little bit more diabolical because what else can they do with your data? You know, so
Yeah, a
I
whole
don't know.
lot, a whole hell of a lot. Because look, this is the New York Post. This is a credible, you know, news source, you know, that a lot of people look at. This is right here in Tokyo. Well, you know, over there in Tokyo, rather. So they already in this trial phase where they got 2 million people on board for this, over 120 countries. You see the line, you know, and there's been lines everywhere, you know, for people just lining up, getting ready.
They were giving out WorldCoin. That's why WorldCoin went up some. And they were like, yeah, get some WorldCoin and let us scan your eyes.
And these people
So
fell for it. Oh my
they
God.
went for it. Yeah, they went for
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. They
That's
trying to
Yeah,
get that crypto. They trying to get that crypto. They're like, oh man, like this is gonna be the future. Then might as
right.
well. I might as well be
I
early.
don't get people though. It's like, bro, you didn't know what you was giving up, like your biometric data. That don't sound major to you.
That's
But
crazy. That people don't understand. Like biometric data is like so valuable. So every time you go on TikTok or IG or any other social media platform, they are studying you. You
Mhm.
are the product. So what's happening is every time you do a keystroke, they're scanning your faces. They're looking at what you look at. They're seeing what you're typing, everything. So they're collecting all that data. It's learning you. So to have your eyes as well,
it's just
they can
insane to
do.
me because they ain't have to offer these people real American dollars, but real US dollars. They offer these people World Star. I mean World Coin. I keep saying World Star.
World Star. World Star.
World
World
Star might
Star.
as well have a coin
Yeah,
at this
for real.
point.
But they offer these people World Coin, and these people lined up. That's how you know how powerful crypto is.
Yeah,
These
And
they're
people
like,
know.
look, take this coin and be happy.
and be happy.
Yeah.
Yo, like even if you go to Target or Walmart, why you think there's so many cameras everywhere? They're taking your data, they're taking
Yeah,
pictures of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go
pictures.
scan, you know, your items, you got a camera right there in front of your face. You
Yep,
know?
facts.
And then over
Man,
in
it's everywhere.
China,
They said it's on the sidewalks too while you walking.
absolutely. Over in China,
Ooh.
yo, just to get access to places, you have to get your face scanned. You have to.
No, look. How about this about China? Now, when they're speeding, they're getting the license tag number because everything's on is on the WeChat or whatever. They're deducting the money right out of their account if they're caught speeding.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
That's just
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That is
That's
So
crazy.
you're
insane,
doing some
bro. And
here.
you
You're
speeding, so
doing
like, bro, you
you're
can't even enjoy your Corvette, bro. You can't enjoy your
nah. They're like,
Yep.
up ticket. You don't have to even wait for a ticket or get pulled over. Nothing.
None
They're
of
like,
that.
I'm hitting your account now.
It's
That's
automated.
think about it. That's every time you speed. That's not just once a day. See, listen, listen. I lived in I'm in Maryland now. Listen, I thought it was bad because Maryland has the speed trap cameras here. DC and Maryland has them. So, but what they do here is they snap it. They snap a picture of your tag. They get the whole car. You can't even deny it. They get the whole the tag number and the whole car up from the top, bottom, and to the side. Send it to your house, but they send it to you in the mail, and you just have to pay the fee. Now the gag is gonna be like, oh, okay, they just gonna send me a letter. I ain't tripping. No, in DC and Maryland, if you don't pay it when it's time to register your car, that all those speed trap camera tickets that you receive, they're gonna be like, yeah, you got about 6 or 7 of these. So yeah, you gotta pay these fees before you can get your tags renewed. So you won't be able, so you gonna ride around with dead tags or you gonna pay. Like,
That's crazy.
so that's crazy. So this is even worse because like every time I'm speeding, you're gonna deduct the money out my account. So like in Maryland, I know they're like $35. DC has some cameras that's like 150, 200. I know it's one that's like $300 or $400 under this tunnel, about this tunnel or something. But listen,
Damn.
think about that.
So
Every
true.
time you did that, they just automatically took the money out your account. That's what's going on in China. But here in America, we just gonna send you a letter and you just gonna have to pay before it's time to renew your car. But that's bro, that's how much control that these people are
Yeah,
giving
it's
them
crazy.
this biometric data. It's like you guys are okaying it for a world coin.
But yeah, that's how America gets down. Like they don't forcefully do it. They do it in a way where it's like nice and pretty, wrapped in a bow, and then give it to you. Like it's the same thing. Like I had a conversation the other day with somebody who's deep in crypto. He was like, and we were talking about this topic, and he was like, what if they came out and was just like, all right, everybody, we need all your data, we need everything, we need your biometrics, everything, sign up here. People were like, no, I ain't doing that. But if it's like, oh, we have this brand new app, we have this world coin, we have this, we have that, here's some free crypto. Oh, sign up for this. It's amazing. You can chat with your friends. You can do this and do that. And people are like, that sounds great. It's the same thing, but they
It's
just
crazy.
present it differently.
Yeah, they
it's
know
becoming-
if we offer them some breadcrumbs, they'll come do it. And that was very evident in 2020. I won't even go in depth of how easily persuaded and finessed people were, but
Ooh.
they was
Ooh.
offering y'all pizza and cannabis.
Hamburgers.
Y'all,
This is just where we're at in the world. So it's either you're going to be over here or you're going to be over there.
exactly.
You
So
know?
that, and you pick your poison, because this new system is coming. It's been in the works for a long time. So either you can get rich in the situation, or you can be poor and on UBI in the situation, because like we've said in previous videos, it's only going to be a rich class and a poor class. It ain't about to be no middle class no more. That's gone.
Nah, that's
So
done. That's done.
you picking your side. So either you can take your time and figure out what investments you need to make, that's gearing up for this new system. What are the Amazons of the future? What are the Googles of the future? What are the Apples of the future? Or you can sit back, complain, and say that this is the mark of the beast, like y'all said when debit cards came out and when phones came out, and everything was the mark of the beast. It's not nothing new under the sun. So you guys can pick your pick. It's like and I tell people, you can either be in the crypto line or the UBI line. Like you can either be with the rich on the rich list, or you can be on the poor list. It's one, like,
Yeah,
pick your
that
poison.
UBI line is crucial. People don't understand. UBI stands for Universal Basic Income. It goes hand in hand with those 15-minute cities, y'all. And if you don't know what a 15-minute city is basically within walking distance, not driving it. Everything has to be so condensed and so close. You can go out your door and get to whatever you need to, grocery store, school, whatever you need to. They don't want you going too far out in 15 minutes.
Go watch The Fifth Element. Go watch The Fifth Element. That's a perfect example. Total Recall. That's another example.
If you want to dumb down even more, go watch the movie that just came out in June, Elemental. They have that whole with Wade Ripple family and all them. They live in that's a 15-minute city, because they showed the train and they got to wherever they need to go on that train. So that's a good movie for y'all to go. Yeah, if y'all really want to see, like, that's how it's gonna be. And if you think I'm playing, like where Amber Loomis lived in the movie, that would be considered poor. And then it was the people, Wade Ripple, where they stayed at with all the touristic looking cities and flying cars and just the nice bougie stuff. That was where they stayed at. So
see, there you go. See, rich, poor. That's
rich
it.
or poor. It was no middle class in that movie. Either you was rich like Wade Ripple was, or you was poor like Amber Loomis was in the movie. It was one or the other. It was no in between.
Nope.
That's where we're that's where we're headed. So if y'all need some type of visual, we just gave you 2 movies to go check out.
So listen,
they always put it in the movies, you guys. They always, like I said,
you heard it here, BlockNation. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
Turn them notifications on.
This is
turn on the notifications. Yeah.
Vital information.
Turn the notifications on. We're gonna keep coming with that heat. Okay. Make sure y'all share.
Make sure to get in the Telegram too.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in the Telegram. Our Telegram is Real BlockNation. So if you guys are on Telegram, we have a crazy community in there. We'll put the link in the bio. But yeah, Real BlockNation, get up in there because they drop some vital information. Like, our community is crazy. Before we get off, make sure you guys text BlockNation to 26786 to get our text opt-in, to get updates. And also, we got the merch. Get some merch.
ShopBlockNation.com.
ShopBlockNation.com. Make sure you get your merch today.
Facts. All right, y'all.
Peace. All right.
Peace.